Hi everyone, this is Diane. Thank you for coming to my channel today to see what's going on. I just got back yesterday from a weekend getaway with my daughter, so I'm just getting back into the swing of things now. And what I have going here is the first two of a series of 50s journals, 1950s. The first two will be sort of fashion, and the next two will be cooking. And one of each of these journals has already been reserved because, well, just because. So I want to just go through my supplies. I've been piling things up here and did a little bit of prep work. Well, kind of prep work. I haven't really done anything yet, but let's just go through supplies here and see what I have. First of all, I had, before I went away, I had gone through my handmade ephemera to see what I might have. So I'm going to just separate what I might use in the cooking journal and what I might use in the fashion journals. This one obviously would go for the cooking journal. This one could be for either one, I think. It's not fashion, but it's just a pretty lady on her phone. This one I would put with the cooking one because it's more of a housekeeping theme. And this is a beauty soap, so I'll put that with the fashion. Cooking. And then I have pockets made with the stamps. So I'm going to put all of those with the cooking because that's using the stamps you get at the grocery store. Dishwasher. This one can go in the fashion and housekeeping. I figured most of them would be for the cooking journals. So I do have a few things ready-made. I'm going to put that in a drawer over here. I have this pin that's apparently Marilyn Monroe, but I'll put her in the fashion, maybe on the cover of one of the fashion journals. I don't know if I will or not, but it's there if I want to. I have a few stamps I can use. I have this lady, I think she's from the 50s. And some of these images that I use might be, you know, 40s or late 40s, early 60s, but pretty much mid-century. I have these Simplicity stamps. I don't know if this one is Simplicity, but I've had that for a long time. I had those two, and then I got these. I didn't realize, I think I ordered these online. I didn't realize that that's the same image, and I guess I don't have that, this one. Oh yes, I do. She's right there. But these are a little bit bigger, so that's okay. And these are the ladies I was looking for when I did my 40s cookbook journals. Well, this could be cookbook, and this doesn't have to be. I didn't know that they were in there. Is that what happens when you have too many stamps? And I have this dress on a hanger stamp. So I'll put those over on my project tray. Let me see what's in here. Oh, this little stamp I could use. It's a button card, but it looks like a 50s sewing image. And I could use some of these words. Fashionable, simply stunning. A girl should be two things, classy and fabulous. Elegant, lovely, style. So there's a lot in here I could use, even the decorative elements. And this is the Tim Holtz stamp set called Runway. So just some fashion models. That's what I have in stamps, besides any decorative ones that I might want to use or words. You saw the wallpaper books that I got yesterday, if you watched yesterday's video. And I took a few of the sheets out that I could use that match the color. So there's some stripes and this blue print. But I only looked through one book to get these, so I could look at more. I did choose covers for the two fashion books. And this is the cover I chose. It's a vintage book cover, and I will take this pattern that I got from Lehman, just got when I got home. It was in my mailbox. She sent me a little happy mail along with some items I had ordered, so you can check out that video. That was 2 days ago. But I thought this would be perfect on the cover. She's got the red dress to go with the red cover, so I'm going to Mod Podge that onto the cover. And I'm not sure if I will put this on the back or use it inside the journal. No, I don't know yet. And I do want to talk about the pages. So, okay, you guys know I love fashion images, and I have a lot of old magazines and pattern catalogs and such to get images from, and I'll show you some of those in a bit. But I can't resist the digitals. So if I favorite digital kits, and when I get notified when those favorites are on sale, and sometimes I purchase them. So I have 3 different sets here featuring 50s fashions. So I don't know which Etsy shop I got them from. I will have to link them. And normally I don't link the Etsy shops for the digitals I'm using in every video that I do. I normally will link them when I'm doing this sort of video as I'm showing you my supplies, and then I will link them again when I do the final flip through. But there's this one, which I thought was really cool, with the collage and the sewing pattern paper and the fabrics and tape. So I have 2 of those in each of these fashion journals. And then I have this set, which I think is Charm Studio, but I'm not sure. I know one of these is. Maybe 2 of them are. And it has shoes on one side and a fashion on the front. Looks like I only have 2 in each of these each of the fashion journals. And then I have this one. This one might be Charm also. So this one has the colored image, and then on the other side it has like a collage of advertisements. Some of them have color on both sides. So they're just really neat. I love these images. So that's 6 digital pages. 7. Well, anyway, digital pages. Speaking of digitals, let's see what I have in here. In addition to pages, I have purchased digital fussy cuts of fashion images, and I've been working on fussy cutting, and I got these fashion cards. There's a lot of them, so I'll have to link all of these. I still have more to cut. Still working on cutting these, but I have plenty to use, more than enough for these journals. More of the cards. And some various leftovers that I had from previous journals. I think some of these are Christy Art Design. So, I do want to use a lot of images from the vintage magazines, but I will use some of these also. I have this stack that I have with me on the couch while I'm watching TV, and last night I cut a lot of images that will go in both books, in both styles, the fashion and the cooking, and just kind of split them up where they would go. They're not cut all the way out because I didn't know if I might want to glue them to cardstock and then cut around them. So I'll do the final cutting when I know what I'm doing with them. But there's a lot of images, and I still have a lot to cut. These are from a lot of magazines that I've collected over time. And I have more digitals to cut. And these are some magazine images that I haven't dealt with yet. More digitals to cut. Those are the cards. Oh, these are more of those pages. See, I haven't even finished trimming around the pages yet. I kind of alternate so I don't get stuck doing all of these in one night. I'll do one page of these, and then I'll flip to doing some magazine pages, and then I'll flip to doing those kind of things. So I still have a few of these to trim. And yes, I trim them by hand because I just don't want to dull my blade cutting strips off that I could cut by hand. So I could add more pages. And these are going in the cookbook one. These are KB and Friends. So all of those are for the cookbook journals. And these also. Okay, so I have my pages, and before I show you the pages I have pulled and my book covers, I have another book cover too. I want to look through this. This is my collection of pages from fashion books, not magazines, but books. So I want to look for things that might be able to be a page in the journal. I think that looks close enough to the mid-century. It looks like 50s to me. That looks like 60s. These are pages from a museum, book about a museum, like 1940. This looks like 50s, Christian Dior. Yeah, Christian Dior, but it's 1947. I might use that anyway. Like I said, I could use late 40s, early 60s also. These are late 60s from that pattern catalog. $1966. More 60s. I think this means I have to do a 60s book. Some children there. I was hoping to find more that I could use in this stash. What do we have here? Here's 54. These are 50s. Those are 50s. I'm going to put this in. They could be from the 50s. It's a knitting book. $54. I think I could use any of these. from a coloring book. Those are 70s or 80s. This is a book about, ooh, that's a book about fashion illustration. Looks like 60s to me. $1970. She could be from the 50s, and so could she. Oh, no. Well, some of the pages have the date, but I don't know what that page is pointing to. I was going to say, oh yeah, it's April 54, but I don't know that it's pointing to that page. Tiny straw hat. No, I don't think so. But I think it's 50s. This is 56. I took some of these backgrounds out to use in collages. Okay, that takes care of that. Get them all in there. Okay, so let's take a look at the pages I did pull. I have my digital pages, I have my cover, and this is going to feature more reds and even into pinks and yellows, creams, to match the pattern and the cover. I didn't really pay attention to those colors as I divided up the pages. I figured I'll just go with either book because there's lots of colors on those pages. I pulled these scrapbook pages from a scrapbook album that I never did anything with. You can hear a garbage truck outside. I'll have to choose some of these book pages that we just pulled, but I'll set them aside for now. Alright, so I did stationery, and I found these three for the pink and red and yellow book, and then some dyed papers. And I selected some scrapbook papers. Some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner. And I did go with some browns in this one. That's kind of to go with the yellow, but it's kind of an orange. And I have this notebook paper that I just bought these notebooks at the flea market. And I already snipped the threads, took the covers off. So these are vintage, the green notebook papers. Some music ledger paper. I guess that's all I have for one book. Let me see how many pages we have for each signature. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I will probably, oh, the wallpaper. I'll probably add some wallpaper. And maybe another lined paper or plain paper for writing. For the blue cover, I'm using this book, Photography Is, just because it's a good size. This part will be covered. And I'm going to put this pattern on the front. So it's pretty much blue and turquoise. And there's some brown here. I do have a little bit of brown pulled in the scrapbook paper. This is the stationery I pulled with the Wedgwood blue. 2 shades. Oh no, just 1 shade. I've got to get back in my stash and pull more colored paper because I need 6 pages. Well, yeah, there is 2 shades, a light and a dark, but I need 6 pages. And then I used some greens and turquoise and a little bit of brown for the scrapbook paper. This is it looks like a blue foulard or brown foulard print. This tiny print. It's not floral. It looks like they would have made shirts out of that. And then all these pages go in here. So maybe the first thing that I will do is try to make some simple tags. I haven't prepared anything. But I have all those fussy cuts. Try to do something with a magazine image. I have these wallpapers too, so I'll put the blue with the blue book cover. And these 2 could go with the red. I'm not sure if I want to use the green. I'll set those aside. Alright, I'm going to look for fashion images that I can use today. Something small for a tag. Those would make nice tags. These are going to be rather large books. I think the red one is bigger. A little bit bigger, not much. It's 5 3/4 by 9 1/2. So I could trim those. I think because it's such a dark background, I think I would just cut around her. Just do away with their backgrounds and put them on a pretty background. I know that the journal that is reserved in the fashion journals is for someone who told me that her mother was a model, and she was the first African American model in this area where she lived. And so she wanted a fashion journal to write about her mother. And it's hard to find African American models from that era. But I thought, she sent me a picture of her, and I don't know, I'll have to ask her if it's okay if I show the pictures, because I printed them. But I thought the picture, this reminds me of the picture, so I'll probably use these in her book. She's not African American, but she looked like her mother. She is more a darker complected model. So many things I could do here. even got these dresses cut out of a Spiegel catalog. Look at this with the pom-poms. It's just so 50s. And some beauty ads. This is interesting. This is Mrs. James Stewart. They never once in this ad say her first name. They call her Mrs. James Stewart or Mrs. Stewart. But this is a portrait painted by Claudette Colbert. I did not know she was an artist. Okay, let's just get started on a tag. I know I'm fortunate to have all of these things. I have been collecting, you know, these magazines for many years. Several years, anyway. Oh, here's another supply that I pulled. These old belt buckles, because I thought I could make the belt that goes around the book with those. I'm gonna get my bigger tags for some of these, because I think these books can handle the bigger tags. Okay. Gonna put them right there. Maybe I'll use them. I know I don't have much time left in this video, but maybe I'll go right into another video. What I should have done was grab some, well, I have some tissue right here because I've got patterns in here. I think I might also use more pattern envelopes inside the book. Like maybe make a page out of one. But for now, I'm just going to take some of the tissue out and use it for backgrounds. Going to rub my glue all over the tag. And I might end up sewing around the tag. Now these are store-bought tags, but do you see that? They are not the same. I wonder if I could take one of these cut that end to match that side because I flipped it over. So this is the same as this. That looks much better. I don't think that yellow showed up enough on that tag. I don't know if I want to add words because of the words in the background. I'm wondering what it would look to rub some color on that. Guess I'll punch that hole out when that glue is dry. There's a lot of glue in there. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I'll stamp a little background on there. Let's see how that looks. Gotta get a background stamp. I have one that's a plaid and one that looks like a woven fabric. You can just see that. But I don't want to like do the whole background. I just wanted to do sections. I also have this cute little floral. Looks like that. I think I'm going to try that. But this is really glued down. I can't. Well, I can remove it, but it is extremely sticky. So I had to stick it back down. And it looks like I tore some of the foam. I got this, I think at a flea market. I don't want it to just be a solid floral background. Just want little patches of flowers here and there. Oh, man. Okay, what color do I want to do? Ugh, my fingers are very sticky now. I have black and white and blue. No, okay. So maybe I'll just do a light blue. See how this looks. I'm going to stamp it on a scrap of the pattern tissue so we know what it looks like. Let's just go for it. Now I'm going to have to wash my hands before I can do anything. And I'm going to hit it with the heat gun because it looks like the glue isn't absorbing into that tissue paper. I meant the ink, not the glue. I didn't want the ink to smear, so that's what it looks like. Oh, I don't have my little tiny scissors in here. Where'd they go? I'm gonna go grab them because I need to trim around that dress. Keep a pair in here and a pair in the living room so I can cut while I'm watching TV, but they were both in there. Just want to trim those white edges off. Who would want that right on their hips? I certainly don't need it. See what that white shape of the sleeve is. It doesn't show up on the white background much. Now, I think I'll leave the mannequin neck in there. Don't know. I don't want empty dresses to look creepy. But would just a mannequin neck look creepy? Doesn't bother me, but I don't know. And these I cut out with a white border all around, so I'm leaving them the way they are. This has that little notch where this dress was overlapping it, so I couldn't leave a border all the way around. Okay, it's looking kind of cute. I think it needs a little more color in the background, so maybe let's try a little bit of this with a different color. It's pretty subtle, which is what I want. And I'm going to do one more thing before I glue my pieces down. take my ink and kind of rub it over my vintage photo. Needs one more thing. Needs a third thing to be glued. Well, I'll just get a punch that will punch some flowers for me. Flowers or circles or something. I think maybe a pretty yellow would be nice. Or maybe that bright green. Let's try this yellow. Maybe that yellow's not bright enough against that background. Yeah, it doesn't show up. That looks better. I don't know why I'm having trouble with this. I think I like that. Okay, we're just going to glue. I'll probably sew around the tag. Did I already say that? I don't remember if I already said that. There. Now I know what I'll be doing for part of my day today, my work day. That will be cutting pages for my journals and working on some more of these tags. There we go, and I think it'll look nice with, maybe I'll use a black thread to sew around the outside of the tag. But there's one tag. Whew, got one done. Thanks for watching. Tell me what you think about the start of these journals, and are you excited to see what happens next? Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a creative day today. Bye-bye.